students, this is the third part of our second semester's introduction to the literary term second. Now in this part we are going to start on page number 166 and the topic is stress. So what is actual stress is? Look at here. Stress or accent is the emphasis that we give to certain syllables. Now what are the meaning of syllables? Look at here. A word or a part of word containing it means having one vowel sound, that is called syllables within a word. So there are many syllables in one word. So when there is given some kind of emphasis on that syllable, so that is called stress or accent. It is phenomenon. Phenomenon, it means any happening pursued by the sense that is specific to the English language. When we pronounce word with more than one syllable, all syllables do not receive the same prominence. Prominence, it means importance. For example, when we pronounce potato, the middle syllable is stress. It means potat. Ta is we give more stress. Whereas the final syllable is stressed in the pronunciation of the word perhaps, and if we want to pronounce the word perhaps, so in that word we give more stress to the final word as perhaps. The variation are brought about by different factors, the force with which the breath is released. So when we release our breath, that came when we release more breath or give more stress on any particular word, so that then this happened. Force with breath is released, the amount of muscle effort applied with pronouncing the word and variation of the vocal cord, etc. The syllable that is most prominent in the pronunciation of the word is said to receive the primary stress. Transcription, it means copy out. It is represented by placing a vertical lines high up just before the syllable with the primary stress. For example, about. For example, let's take this word. Whenever we want to give stress on any syllable, so that time in literature or in the pronunciation we give a vertical line in front of that word, so that shows that we are going to give stress on that particular word. Other syllables in the word have secondary stress. Secondary stress is represented by the vertical lines below the before of the syllable. For example, reply or report. Represent. Now the next topic is intonation. So what is actual intonation? Let's learn here. The rise and fall of one's voice while speaking is called intonation. So when someone talks or speaks, so that time there is the highness and lowness in his voice, so that is called intonation. It is crucial element in making meaning out of spoken language. So this is very important in speaking language. It serves to. So what are the importance of intonation? Indicate the attitudes and emotions of the speaker. So this indicate what is the attitude or emotion of that speaker, the person who is talking or speaking. The high-pitched voice, for example, indicate fear and surprise. So if anyone is speaking in a high-pitched voice, on a higher highness of his voice, so that time that shows his emotions of fear or some kind of surprise. Signal the difference between the statement of questions. So if there is the statement and any question, so that can also be signaled by the stress of words. A statement is spoken with an even intonation throughout, whereas a question requires that the intonation rises toward the end. So in a statement, anybody can read that statement clearly in one tone, but if there is a question, so last word get more stress. Emphasis is more important element. Element, it means part of what has been said. Look at this sentence below. Narendra Modi is the Prime Minister of India. This is the sentence, and all words we pronounce or speak or read in one tone. Depending on what the message to be conveyed is, a different part of the upper sentence can be spoken in higher intonation than other words. Intonations is of four types. So intonation, rising and lowering of voice are four types. Rising tone, this is used with question and exclamation. Falling tone, this is used with a statement. Rising falling tone, this sees the pitch of the voice go from a low level to the high level and then to the middle and lower level. And last is falling rising tone. This is a movement of the pitch of the voice high from the higher level to the lower level than the middle level and higher level. So after this there is the melodrama. Next point is melodrama. So what is actually melodrama? Let's learn here. The dramatically sensationalized literary text which appeal to the emotions is called melodrama. So there is anything written in a dramatic way and that produces some kind of sense in the reader or the audience who is watching, that is called a melodrama. The term is a derived. Derived, it means received from the French word melodrame. So this is melodrama is taken from the French word melodrame, which means musical theatre. Melodrama started out as its etymology. Etymology, it means the science of origin and history of word. Indicate as musical play with orchestra music and songs woven into narrative. Over time, however, the term came into associated with the particular type of plot. Then after that there is paradox. Next point. So what is actually paradox? There is a contradiction, opposite statement, that is called paradox. A statement which is seemingly contradict itself is called paradox. So there is a contradiction, opposition in one sentence, in one statement, so that statement is called paradox. Paradoxical statement may seem completely self-contradictory, but they bring to light a deeper truth. So this paradox there may be contradiction in one statement, self-contradictory statement, opposite statement, but those used to light on the real truth, deeper truth of any situation, of any condition or any particular thing. So in this way, this part ends here. We are going to stop here. Have a good day to all of you. Thank you very much.